Welcome back to Crypto Future, guys. Good afternoon. Home from the office, so I figured we'd throw in another video before I head to the gym. Get in an evening workout. Let's have a look at the market here real quick. First off, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. Make sure you guys are doing your own research, okay? Kaspa is down 3.8%. Near's pumping up 3%, which is big compared to the rest of the market. Bitcoin's holding strong above 30,000 still. Got to keep that support, guys, if we want a bullish week next week. Algo is 11 cents. Sand is down 41 cents. Glimmer Moonbeam 24 cents. Super bullish on Glimmer Moonbeam. I'm gonna make a poll. Do you guys want to see more Glimmer Moonbeam videos? Let me know down below. I'm super bullish on it. I don't get a lot of requests for it, so I don't talk about it much. Because I don't do this to pump my own bags. So if you guys want to hear more about it, if you don't know much about it, you know what? I'm going to make a poll. I'm going to put a poll down below. Make sure you guys check out the poll. And let me know if you guys want to see more Glimmer Moonbeam videos or not. If you want to know more about the project. Because I'm filling up a nice bag of it. Jasmine's basically even on the day, still holding strong above the 204. Kaspa's pumping up 8.5%, 2.5 cents. Let's get into the market here. Okay, so what do we got? Meta Lawman. So we're going to talk a little bit about the SEC Coinbase update. Meta Lawman says the SEC submitted a letter to the judge yesterday responding to Coinbase's request for permission to file a motion for judgment on the pleadings. Here's what you need to know. Number one, the SEC will not object to Coinbase moving forward on the motion. This is important. While the SEC will oppose the motion, it will not try to delay consideration of the issues raised by Coinbase. This means there is at least some hope of a prompt resolution of the case. Two, well, which does that really surprise you that they're willing to have a prompt, like a faster resolution to the case now that you have all these hedge funds like BlackRock and stuff like that naming Coinbase as their partner with this whole custodian thing for the ETFs? Not surprising at all. Somebody behind the scenes is saying, Gary, you need to back away from this Coinbase situation. The SEC's letter previews the arguments it will make against Coinbase. Those arguments are not particularly strong. The SEC suggests that the library case somehow helps them, even though the judge there did not hold that token traded on secondary markets as securities. So they're trying to manipulate it to the library win that they got. They're trying to twist it because they're trying to claim that secondary market sales, i.e., whatever Coinbase sells as a secondary market seller, are securities, right? And they're trying to twist what happened in the library case to their advantage in this case. Unfortunately for them, the judge determined that secondary market sales in the library case were not securities. He was not willing to say that they were securities. So how they're trying to twist this, but that's what the SEC does, right? They twist things. They take a half truth or a whole lie, right? Approach. The SEC relies on the inapplicable case out of Connecticut that was brought against the issuer of a token, not against a secondary trading platform. Maybe the SEC will come up with some better case law when the full briefings occur, but this is not signaling strength. 4. The SEC offers no response at all to the damaging Gary Gensler testimony cited in the Coinbase letter. To recap, Gensler testified in May 2021 that the SEC did not have legal authority over crypto exchanges and there was no regulatory framework at the SEC for crypto exchanges. And I touched on that this morning, you guys. He testified to that in May of 2021 under oath. And now he has testified in front of Congress that the SEC does in fact have authority over digital assets and crypto exchanges. Yet no rules have changed. Nothing has changed in the framework whatsoever. So he perjured himself in one of these two testimonies. Why is he not being charged with perjury at this point? He was under oath. 5. The SEC says it will to move to strike Coinbase's defense under the major questions doctrine. The motion is very unlikely to succeed. It is likely, in my view, that Coinbase will eventually prevail on the MQD motion questions doctrine argument, either at the district level or on appeal. The briefing schedule or on cases motion for judgment on the pleadings should be established at the pre-motion conference set for July 13th. So that's your that's kind of your breakdown of what you need to know on it up to this point. I'm seeing if there's any chiming in by John Deaton or anything, but there's not at this point in time. So that's kind of what you need to know. Like basically the SEC's case is not very strong right now, and it's not looking good for them. So I mean, I'll keep you guys up to date on this story as it unfolds, and we'll see what happens. Jim Ski Bum says, I'm probably not selling Kaspa till $4.20, but that's just me. Bitcoin topped at 69K last cycle, and so I'm pretty sure Kaspa is going to either $4.20 or $6.90 based on TA. $6.90 would be better, but I'm not taking any chances. I mean, I hope he's right. I can't really argue with his analysis, but because like I said, like look, we'll take Cardano as a perfect example, right? Went from 5 cents to what, $3? Like you just, when you go into price discovery, you don't know how high something's gonna go, right? So we'll see what happens with that. Jim Skibum also says the fact that only 9,000 people follow Yotan Sompolinsky at hashtag on Twitter is more proof on how early we are at a $500 million market cap. Don't expect him to say much either. He probably only tweets once every month or two, which I like. When you do the talking for him, he doesn't want to be any sort of figurehead for Kaspa, since it's a community project, which is smart. But that's exactly it. There's only a $500 million market cap for Kaspa. Crazy, guys, crazy. It's crazy early. Like I said in past videos, guys, remember, a year from now, all the big influencers and YouTubers are going to be talking about Kaspa, right? And remember that I'm telling you about it right now. It's early, you guys. Getting into Kaspa now is like getting into Cardano early. It's like getting into XRP early before the lawsuit, obviously. It's like getting into Ethereum early. So figure it out, guys. It doesn't take a genius, right? And then we got a tweet here from John Deaton, and this is him basically breaking down what I already talked about how the inconsistencies in the filing by the SEC against Coinbase, about how they're trying to use the library case about referring to secondary market sales of assets, digital assets. It doesn't apply because the judge in that case said that they weren't, secondary market sales were not securities. So I don't see where the case is here for the SEC. I don't see how they can win, right? There's no legal precedent for secondary market sales to be considered securities. That being said, there is a precedent set in the library case that secondary sales are not securities. So they have a very, very flimsy case here at this point in time, unless they come up with more evidence. I think maybe this is another case of the same thing that happened with Ripple. They came in, they thought they could take down a big player. They thought that Ripple was just going to settle immediately, and they were going to walk away with a victory there. And now they're in this big lawsuit. And that's why the Ripple lawsuit, if you've been following it over the last 2.5 years or so, you've seen the breakdowns and how weak the case is, and how very poorly put together it is by the SEC lawyers, because I don't think they were anticipating this battle, right? And I think that they made the same mistake here with Coinbase. Is what it's starting to look like, is that they thought that Coinbase was going to settle, and they're not. They're fighting back. And as we move along here, we're seeing more and more that the SEC's case is flimsy. So we'll see what happens, guys. I don't know. But keep an eye out for that poll. I'm going to put it down below, you guys. Let me know if you guys want to see Glimmer, Moonbeam. If you want to know more about it, if you're in it, if you're bullish on it, if you're bearish in it, whether you care about it or not, let me know down below, and keep an eye out for the poll. Shoot me a subscribe, you guys. Let's keep going. Let's get to 500. I was in a conversation in the comments today, just this afternoon, and I was being told, can't wait for the live streams. Can't wait for the live streams. What time of day? And that's another poll that I'll be putting up in the next few days too, is what time of day you guys want the live stream, right? So make sure you guys participate in that, so that I'm live streaming when you guys are available, right? Now I'm central time zone, so keep that in mind. So yeah, shoot me a subscribe, you guys. Let's get the live streams going. Comment down below, look out for the polls, and shoot me a like, push the algorithm out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.